In the heart of the whispering woods, where the trees sang lullabies to the wind and the fireflies painted the night with gold, so lived a young fox named Finn. Finn was clever, kind, and always curious. His fur was the color of autumn leaves, and his eyes sparkled with wonder. But most of all, Finn was known for one rare thing he never lied. All the animals in the forest trusted him. Whenever someone needed help finding food, fixing a den, or settling a small quarrel, Finn was always the one to call. And he always told the truth, even when it wasn't easy. But one sunny morning, the truth would be tested in a way Finn never imagined. The day began like any other. The forest was glowing with soft light as Finn trotted down the path toward the meadow. He carried a basket of berries he had picked for his friend, the old tortoise, Taro. As they crossed a patch of sunlight, he heard someone crying. The sound was faint and sorrowful. Finn stopped and tilted his head. "Hello," he called gently. "Is someone there?" He followed the sound until he reached a small clearing. In the center stood an ancient oak tree, and beside it was something he had never seen before. A pond that shimmered like glass, even though no river fed it. And by that pond sat a little frog, weeping softly into the water. "Why are you crying, little one?" asked Finn kindly. The frog sniffled. "You dropped my golden leaf into the pond. It was my favorite, and now it's gone forever." Finn peered into the pond. The water was so clear he could see his reflection, but no more leaf. "Maybe it can help," he sighed. The frog blinked up at him. "No more one can. This is the magic pond. It gives back what's truly lost, but only to those who are honest." "Honest?" Finn repeated, intrigued. The frog nodded. "If you speak the truth, the pond listens. If you lie, it stays silent forever." Finn's tail flicked thoughtfully. "I've always told the truth. Let's see if it will listen to me." He leaned closer and spoke softly. "Magic pond, my friend has lost a golden leaf. Could you please return it?" The pond rippled once, twice, and suddenly a gleaming golden leaf floated to the surface. The frog gasped. "You did it. Thank you. Thank you." Finn smiled warmly. "It wasn't me, it was the truth." But as he turned to leave, the pond rippled again. This time, a small silver ring rose from its depths and landed near his paw. Finn blinked in surprise. "What's this?" A voice echoed softly from the water, smooth and musical. "You have spoken the truth, young fox. And the truth deserves a gift. Keep the ring, but remember, its magic only works when your heart stays honest." Before Finn could reply, the pond grew still once more. He slipped the silver ring onto his tail. It shone faintly in the sunlight. He didn't know it yet, but this ring was about to change everything. The next morning, Finn met his friend Taro the tortoise in the meadow. "He brought you some berries," sighed Finn cheerfully. "Thank you, young fox," sighed Taro. "But tell me, where did you get the fine ring?" Finn explained everything. The crying frog, the magic pond, and how he told the truth to help. Taro nodded slowly. "Ah, then it truly chose you. But be careful, Finn. Magic that listens to truth can also test it." Finn laughed softly. "I'm not worried. I've never lied in my life." Taro smiled but said nothing. Sometimes, wisdom comes from silence. Days passed, and the word about Finn's ring spread through the forest. Animals whispered that the young fox carried magic and that he could ask the pond for anything he wished. One afternoon, while Finn was resting beneath a willow tree, two crows swooped down, arguing loudly. "He stole my nut," cawed the first. "He did not," shouted the second. Finn sighed. All right, let's sort this out peacefully." He looked at both crows. "Tell me what happened." They both spoke at once, shouting and pointing their wings. Finally, Finn sighed. "Enough. If you want the truth, let's go to the magic pond. It won't know." The crow fell silent, uneasy. When they reached the pond, Finn said firmly, "Magic pond, please tell us which of these crows speaks the truth." The water shimmered, and a small acorn rose to the surface. The first crow gasped it was his nut. The second crow looked ashamed. "I'm sorry," he muttered. "You wanted it so badly." "He lied." Finn smiled gently. "Then you know what to do." The crow nodded, returned the nut, and flew away. The other animals who had gathered cheered for Finn, the fox who could find the truth. But that night, as Finn walked home, he noticed something strange. The silver ring on his tail was glowing brighter too bright. It almost hurt to look at. Maybe it's because I've used it too much, he thought. I'll rest by the pond and sank it properly. He trotted back through the woods until he reached the shimmering water once more. Magic pond, he sighed softly. You've helped me, Andy, my friends. You wanted to thank you. The pond rippled, and the same musical voice replied, You have used the gift wisely, young fox. But remember, magic born from truth must be protected. Lies may seek to steal it. Finn tilted his head. Lies. Before he could ask more, a rustling came from the bushes. Out stepped a tall, elegant wolf with golden eyes. His name was Rowan, and he was known for his charm and his cunning. Well, sighed Rowan smoothly. I've heard stories about a fox who found a magic pond, and now is it there true? Finn's fur bristled. The pond isn't for greed. It helps only those who are honest. Honest? Rowan smirked. Then you're the perfect one to help me. I lost something, a golden crown that belonged to my family. Finn hesitated. Something about the wolf's tone felt wrong, but he couldn't accuse someone without proof. All right, sighed Finn slowly. Let's ask the pond together. Rowan smiled coldly. After you. Finn stepped forward. Magic pond, please return the golden crown if it truly belongs to this wolf. The pond was still. Not a ripple appeared. Rowan's grin faded. Why isn't it answering? Because you lied, sighed Finn quietly. The wolf snarled. You dare accuse me? The pond shimmered and a gust of wind blew across the clearing. The voice of the pond rang out louder than before. The seed has no more place here. Begone, or your reflection will vanish forever. Terrified, the wolf turned and fled into the trees. Finn stood trembling, his fur rustling in the wind. When the ire calmed, he looked at his reflection in the water. The pond whispered softly, You guarded truth when others sought to twist it. Your heart is brave, but beware, even the honest can stumble. Finn nodded solemnly. I'll remember. Seasons changed. The forest bloomed, wilted, and bloomed again. Finn grew wiser. But one chilly evening, as he walked by the pond, he noticed something sparkling at the bottom, a beautiful ruby, glowing like fire. He wanted to reach for it, but the voice of the pond echoed in his memory. Magic that listens to truth can also test it. Finn hesitated. He could ask for it, he whispered. But do we really need it? He thought about his friends, the tortoise, the frog, the crow. He remembered how helping them had made his hat glow brighter than any jewel ever could. He smiled softly and he shook his head. No more. You have everything you need. As he turned to leave, the ruby floated to the surface on its own, casting red light across the forest. The pond spoke gently. True honesty is not about speaking truth, it is about choosing it when no one is watching. Finn bowed his head. Thank you, old friend. The ruby dissolved into light and vanished, and so did the silver ring on his tail, its magic complete. From that day onward, Finn was known not just as the honest fox, but as the guardian of the magic pond. Whenever someone in the forest felt lost, confused, or tempted to lie, they would go to him and he would tell them the story of the day he almost reached for the ruby, and how he chose truth instead. The pond remained hidden to most, shimmering quietly beneath the ancient oak. But when the moon rose full and silver, sometimes the animals could see a faint glow on its surface, the reflection of a fox who once spoke from the heart. And if you ever find yourself walking through the whispering woods on a calm night, listen carefully. You might hear the pond's voice in the wind, whispering the same words it told Finn. Honesty is the magic that never fades. And somewhere, deep in that forest, the honest little fox still smiles beneath the moonlight, proud, peaceful, and forever shining with truth.